Hello again, this is a podcast segment of our presentation, and this is where we'll discuss the scenes in our video and Mark Twain's perspective on freedom. First scene we're going to discuss is Huck's escape from Pap's cabin.
Oh, you think you're all better than me? Try to be all civilized? Well, I'll tell you something. I'm gonna whip you.
Pap! Don't hit me! I didn't do nothing, Pap! Pap, stop! Pap! Don't hit me!
That's what you deserve. Let's go and get some booze. Don't you even think of trying to get out of here. I'm gonna lock the door.
Pap! Don't lock me in, Pap!
No, you're staying in here.
Pap, don't
Lock
leave
this
me,
damn
Pap!
door.
Pap! Don't leave! Pap!
I'm sailing away, sailing open course for the Virgin Sea. 'Cause I've got to be free.
So, what did you guys think of that scene?
This was actually the first big freedom part, and a recurring theme that we'll see is the physical and emotional freedom part of it.
Yeah, it was kind of like the gateway to the rest of the adventure, I would say.
Definitely, and then, but then in physical sense, that was kind of obvious, though. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It was
For
him
sure.
leaving the cabin.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Okay, a way I saw it was like Huck was escaping not only from Pap, but also from society, because both Judge Thatcher and Pap were basically fighting over who gets to gain custody over Huck. And since Pap already kidnapped Huck from one person, Huck just needed to escape from the other, but he still ended up escaping from both the society trying to civilize him and Pap basically beating him down.
Okay, sounds reasonable. So, from there, I guess we should transition to our next scene, which is Huck finds Jim on the island.
What's that? Is that a fire? Better go check out who that is.
Oh, I can't believe I left my family behind. I can't believe I escaped. That was crazy. Miss Watson's gonna kill me if she ever finds me.
Is that Jim? Jim?
My
What's
precious,
Jim doing out here?
my precious ring. Is
Jim!
there somebody
Jim!
there?
What are you doing out here?
Oh,
Nice to see you,
oh.
Jim.
Hey, Huck. Huck. Oh, yeah, how'd you find me? This is crazy.
Big part. So what would you guys like to say about that?
It freed both Huck and Jim, but I'd probably say more for Jim than Huck. Physically, it's pretty obvious. Jim has finally escaped his master, Mrs. Watson, and he has escaped being sold in New Orleans. But at the same time, it's emotional because he's finally become free, and has the possibility of becoming truly free if he goes to the north, and then he can get his family out of slavery.
I think you took everything out of my mouth, you know? I was gonna say the same exact thing.
Like I said, Jim and Huck came from two completely different backgrounds, and they're both just looking for freedom in their own way. One from being a slave and being sold, and the other, as I said before, from society and Pat. So yeah, these two come together, just makes sense.
Okay, so from there, we'll continue on to the cave.
Hey, Jim! Jim!
Oh, look at that.
I see something, Jim!
Oh,
What is that? Is that a cave, Jim?
it looks dark. It's very dark.
Let's go stay in there, Jim. We can stay there overnight.
It could be dangerous.
Come on, Jim, let's go.
Okay, I guess so.
Come on, let's go in. Trust me, Jim, trust me.
Fine.
Okay, come on, let's
Looks
go. Hey, Jim, light me a fire.
Oh, I knows how to light a fire. Here, watch this. Booyah!
So, what are our plans, Jim?
Plans? I just escaped from Miss Watson's house.
Well, don't you want to be a free man, Jim?
A free man.
We're gonna go down the Mississippi, up the Ohio River, and once we reach the north, you're a free man.
Wow, but how are we gonna go down and around with through the Mississippi River?
You know, we gotta build a raft, of course.
A raft? A raft out of what? A bunch of random twigs and wood?
We're gonna build it out of wood, Jim. We're gonna sail it, and you're gonna become a free man. Watch me. Trust me. My word.
Okay, whatever you say, Huck.
Okay, so what do you guys think Twain was trying to say with the cave?
Well, I thought Twain was trying to say that it was a physical freedom from the people looking from them, because you remember in the book it said that people were trying to hunt down Jim because they heard like Miss Watson was going to sell him or something, and then they were also looking for Huck. You remember that one chapter where he saw people on a boat trying to look for him? I think it's more of physical freedom from, like, they're using it as shelter away from the people. I know David has a different perspective on it.
I think that the cave itself is mostly physical in the way that it's protecting them from the elements and letting them be free from natural enemies.
Yeah, almost like their own home
Yeah.
or whatever.
And then, as well, I guess you could also say that it's protecting them from other people, but it doesn't really come up. The people who are come to the island and actually get to the island don't come in until a good while after they've reached the cave and they've settled in.
Yeah, the cave's kind of like their own temporary home or their own world where they both get to plan together without any.
They're safe.
Yeah, they're pretty much safe to do whatever they want or speak whatever they want in their cave and plan out the big raft to let them go on their adventure down the river.
Okay, and yes, we go on to the river now. Okay, that one was definitely a physical freedom for both Jim and Huck.
Yeah.
I'd probably say it's physical because they now can go wherever they want. But they want to go to the north at this point, so Jim can be free, and that is definitely a big point of this of the trip on the river. What do you guys think?
Yeah, like the river is where most of, if not all of their adventures happen. This is the real world outside of their hometown back at Hannibal. So going down this river, they're free to basically be exposed to whatever the rest of the country has in store for them. And again, this river flowing down, they're just going wherever the water takes them, and the shore where society is basically is unmoving and what holds them back from going on this adventure.
Okay. So, I guess we can talk about the Grangerfords now.
Hey,
What? Who's that?
hey, you a Shepardson?
What's a Shepherdson? I don't know what that is.
What's your name then?
George Jackson. Why?
You sure you ain't a Shepardson?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, come with me then.
Alright, let's go.
So, you a Shepardson?
No, I told you before, I don't know what a Shepherdson is.
What? On second look at you, you don't really look like much like a Shepardson.
Good, because I don't know what a Shepherdson is.
Well, okay, because you don't look like Shepardson, so I'm gonna let you stay.
Alright, thanks, man.
Hey Huck, can you get a note from the church? Just don't read it.
Yeah, no problem. I'll go get it.
Oh, thanks.
Here's a note.
Oh, thank you very much. Hopefully you didn't read it.
No problem, anytime.
'Cause, you know, this note's none of your business. Harvey, I got your note, but sorry I'm late. We can go now.
No worries, baby. We're gonna go up now. We don't have to worry about this fight anymore.
Oh, yay!
Da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, ah, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da,
I wouldn't say that there was really any physical freedom gained from this scene. The Grangefords and the Shepherdsons did not actually gain anything physically from what happened during this scene. Sure, both Harvey and Sophia actually left, they physically left, but they could have done that anyways. But the freedom came emotionally, I would say.
Well, this freed them from the conflict between the two families. They didn't have to deal with that anymore, just like how Huck and Jim didn't have to deal with their lives back at their hometown.
Don't you think it's kind of remarkable that Jim and Huck on their way to their freedom, they help other people free themselves from their conflicts?
The biggest part was that now the Shepherdsons and the Grangerfields don't need to fight anymore. They've been freed from their generations-long feud that has only been perpetuated by ignorance and mutual hate. So I guess we should go from emotional standing. We'll go to a really physical, obvious one, which is Jim's actual literal escape from Aunt Sally's shed.
I don't even know how I ended up here. I just wanted to be free. It's getting late now. I guess I should get some sleep. Can't believe
Jim!
it.
Jim!
What?
Come save you,
who's
Jim.
that?
Come save you.
Tom, it's you.
Yeah, I brought Huck too.
Where?
We're
Oh.
here to spring you.
Where? Oh, hey,
We're gonna dig you out of here, Jim. We're gonna get you out.
Just like in my books. We're gonna have some fun.
Oh,
Get you
okay,
out,
yeah,
Jim.
that sounds. Oh god!
Oh my God!
Oh, he's pointing his gun at us!
George!
They're never gonna let that happen.
my god, guys! Look at, I got shot!
Tom, you okay, Tom?
Dude, it's so awesome! It's just like in my books!
Are you fine, Tom?
It's so awesome, but I don't feel so good.
Just rest,
Oh,
Tom,
dude,
rest.
I think I'm gonna go throw up, man. Oh, god. Okay, so this obvious freedom part, it's like what we discussed earlier. It's a recurring theme of emotional and physical freedom. Jim knows that he's not gonna. There's a potential that he could help his family, and the potential of not being a slave anymore if he escapes.
Oh yeah. So my take on Jim's escape. In class, we emphasized how Huck would rather go to hell and save a slave and go against society instead of just turning Jim in and basically following whatever society or religion tells him to do. But I saw this as a way for Huck, again, to go against society, and this shows that he would rather have his own friend live a life of freedom and go to hell than live a life of slavery and go wherever they believed slaves to go to.
That's good, but I also think it's a big emotional problem for Jim. Because when he goes, he leaves, and he has the ability to be free at that point. But he doesn't. He goes back and he helps Tom. And he's has to had some turmoil in him, which he's solved, obviously, for either helping Tom and having freedom of a guilty conscience for letting a young boy possibly die, or freedom of physically to go out and do whatever he wanted to do at that point. Of what I can see, it's definitely a hard decision, and something that he did not take lightly.
Okay. So then we're gonna move on to how after this whole predicament, when Watson dies in her will, she mentions how Jim's basically free.
Tom, as you can see, I'm dying. Here in my will, it says that my old escaped slave Jim is to be set free upon my death. Please take this and read it if you read.
Hey, Miss Watson, the old lady, she never dies in my books. Why you die? But I'll take your last request, just like in those books. And I'll make sure Jim gets set free, or something like that. Whatever happens, I'll go along with it.
Okay, so this scene was mostly emotional, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was your take on what the emotional freedom of the scene was?
Without a doubt, emotional freedom for Jim.
Why?
Well, once Watson announces that what do you call it? That she's gonna free Jim in her will, or they find out, it's what do you call it? It relieves Jim of all that stress he's gone through, traveling through the river. He can finally be a free man.
Okay, so it's helpful to Jim to know that he is legally free while also being physically free.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
you could say that.
Going through all that trouble, and in the end, he's free. And since he was going to be sold before Watson died, I found that him doing the wrong thing and escaping actually helped him, not like it did in the beginning. Didn't do so in the beginning, but yeah, being free by Watson's death allowed him to go back to his family and basically restart a new life.
But then couldn't you also say that for Miss Watson, it was emotionally freeing? Because now, after years of owning Jim, she finally has the courage, I guess you could say, for lack of a word I can think of, to let Jim go free.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
But
thing on her conscience.
even if it's on her deathbed, but it's still something, right?
Yeah. Again, like a little nick in her conscience for keeping Jim that as a
Yes.
slave for basically to the end of her life.
So I guess that's freeing for her. So now let's talk about what you guys think Twain's freedom message was.
Well, I think that Twain thinks that equality is for all. I think his school of thought was way advanced for his time, thinking that Jim, a black man, would be an equal in society. I think at the time of the writing of the book, Twain was trying to send a message that freedom should be equal.
Okay, and as we all know, that freedom isn't free. It comes at a cost. We all know that. And there's also that mentality of freedom or peace. You gotta sacrifice one to have the other. And society has actually sacrificed freedom to keep themselves at that civilized, peaceful manner. And Huck going on this little adventure was a little, say, unorthodox or against society. So achieving such a freedom and going through this would obviously cause a lot of problems, which was something that Mark Twain would love to do.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I also say that it's in addition to you have to work to get your freedom. You have to keep working for your freedom to keep it. So, and I feel that you can see you're having to work to get your freedom through just Huck and Jim. They had to run away to get it in the first place, and then from there, Jim had to Huck and Jim, they had to constantly try and use the system, use other people, stay away from other people, and just in general work really pretty hard to keep themselves from being recognized and to keep themselves from going back to the old ways.
So any more thoughts you guys want to add back on?
No, sounds good.
I think that should be it. Thank you for watching and listening to our presentation.
Hope you like their cats.
Goodbye.
Bye.
May the force with you.